Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here with my Atak Sportz, the first Atak Sportz of 2014, on this random Thursday, January 2nd, 2014. I was trying not to flub and say 13, but it says 14. Now, I hope everyone had a very safe and happy New Year's Eve and day, everybody. Let's kick off a new year of Atak Sportz with, well, football news. Now, if you missed my Atak Sportz on Monday, the last Atak Sportz of 2013, of course, we all sang na 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 na, hey 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 goodbye to Jim Schwartz of the Detroit Lions getting fired. He deserved it. And I was hoping, and I even said in my Atak Sportz, I was hoping that Lovie Smith, the former coach of the Chicago Bears, who has been considered for a lot of teams, would join the Lions. He's not. Lovie Smith's close to signing on with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Too bad. I would have loved Lovie to be on the Lions. You know, I would have loved to be a Lions coach. But I mostly wanted Lovie because of two reasons. One, because he took his team to the Super Bowl, and more importantly, he's a former Bears coach. Speaking of the Bears, the biggest headway for the Bears after their devastating loss after Green Bay last Sunday was whether or not Jay Cutler would stay with the Bears. It's now official. Cutler's officially staying with the Bears. This was his final year on contract. And now he's been re-signed for 7 years to 2020. That's interesting. That he's staying to at least 2020. At least he got McCowan, you know, hey. Instead of trading Cutler for a first-round draft pick, they could keep Cutler and also have McCowan in place. You know, McCowan could be the next Kaepernick. Kaepernick was a second string, and look what Kaepernick's done for the 49ers. That could happen with McCowan. Time will tell, though. But then, Cutler, still with the Bears for 7 more years. Now, on with my thoughts on Raw. Of course, I did see a little bit of Raw. Here are the 3 biggest things that happened on Raw and my thoughts on them. John Cena will get a rematch against Randy Orton for the WWE Heavyweight Championship at the Royal Rumble. Although I am disappointed that Cena is getting a shot instead of D-Bry. Well, that kind of makes sense after what happened with D-Bry on Monday. At least Cena gets his rematch and ends his feud with Orton and maybe head towards D-Bry winning the Rumble. And go to Mania to face Orton. That if he is aligned with the Wyatts by then. After weeks of the Wyatts, we've seen this whole Wyatt D-Bry thing for weeks. And D-Bry has been talked to, Bray Wyatt's been like, join us, D-Bry. I think D-Bry, after getting his ass kicked for weeks, getting beaten down week after week by the Wyatts, I think he's finally reluctant. And he finally is joining them. He's aligning himself with the Wyatts. He was trying to fight it. I did see like that little bit of the last segment with D-Bry trying to resist joining him, but apparently D-Bry is aligning himself with the Wyatts. It could be like what happened with Cena and Nexus. You know, Cena could be D-Bry could be aligning himself with the Wyatts for a while, then turn his back on him. So we'll see how long that lasts. See how long D-Bry lasts with the Wyatts. Also, Brock Lesnar came back. Brock Lesnar came back on Raw Monday night, attacking Mark Henry. Match at WrestleMania, match at the Rumble. Who knows? You know, I think Brock Lesnar, he's sick and tired of the line of feuding with Triple H. Speaking of that, I was surprised to see them shaking hands. It was weird to see Triple H shake Brock Lesnar's hand. That was the sickest sight. I never thought I'd see that. Triple H and Lesnar shaking hands. Because of their feud, which sucked the entire year of last year, with their horrible matches, because they were too slow and not exciting. If you've seen any of my reviews from that time, you would know why I say that. So, there you go. 3 biggest things. Cena gets a rematch against Orton at Rumble. D-Bry apparently with the Wyatts. And Brock Lesnar came back. Good start of feud with Mark Henry, especially after spearing him and giving an F5 on the concrete. And Heyman's back too. He's not in a wheelchair anymore. So there you go. See what happens on Raw Monday. The first Raw of 2014. Speaking of firsts, on my Impact Wrestling preview for the first Impact Wrestling TNA show of 2014. Now, this first time I'm ever saying top 6 questions. Top 6 questions that must be answered tonight. Question number 6. Will anything be announced from Hardy? Now, I was trying to make a review last week, But I had some technical flaws. One of my reviews came up. I did like multiple takes, and those takes were not finished, and they accidentally landed up on here. So I had to erase them because they were not complete. So I was trying to review Impact, and Hardy got written off by leaving TNA following his loss in a tag match with Sting against EC3 and Rockstar Spud, and also the tag champs, the Bowman. Then they're rounding Hardy off. He's saying he quit TNA. It was his last match in TNA. They're rounding him off either to take him off the UK tour since he won't be able to travel to the UK because of his legal problems, and also his contract's up. So we'll see what happens with Hardy in the weeks to come. Question number 5. What announcement will Kurt Angle make? Now, Kurt Angle's been having a downward spiral, losing to Bobby Roode many times. Of course, the big nail was, of course, Final Resolution, when he couldn't beat Bobby Roode in the best 2 out of 3 falls match. That Bobby Roode basically outsmarted Angle to beat him in the best 2 out of 3 falls match. And Angle was asked about his future. He wasn't sure. So he is set to make an announcement tonight concerning his TNA wrestling future tonight. Hardy's future still in doubt, but we can maybe find out about Angle's future tonight. Question number 4. What will go down when Bully Ray faces off against Joseph Park? Now, Joseph Park is, we all know, Abyss. Sorry, I've been sick for the last few days. That's why I'm making this from my bed. So, the way you get Joseph Park to turn to Abyss is bleed him open. We saw that last week in the handicap Monsters Ball match between Cass and Daniels and Joseph Park last week. So, Bully Ray, who's been on a rampage ever since losing Ace and Eights, even got into Brooks' face last week, his former flame in Ace and Eights. So, see how, maybe, I think Brooke may get involved. I would not be surprised if Brooke causes Bully this match against Joseph Park. I would not be surprised if Brooke does get involved. I'm talking about Brooke Tessmacher. So I bet you Brooke may get involved in this match. Question number 3. What will happen with the in-ring debut of Sam Shaw? Now, I haven't commented about Sam Shaw and this whole vignettes thing with him, about the way they've been booking him to re-debut in TNA. Like, he was on Gut Check, and we've seen these vignettes with him on a date, or trying to date Christy Hemme. With Hemme the announcer, maybe we'll see Christy get involved in Sam's match. The way they're building that up, it's kind of interesting, the way they did it for like a few weeks. You saw Sam on a date with Christy, or trying to hit on Christy. We'll see if Christy's affection may distract Sam in his debut match tonight. So there you go. Question number 2. What will happen in the X Division title rematch between Chris Sabin and Austin Aries? A few weeks ago, Austin Aries, with a little inadvertent help from Velvet, got the X Division Championship back in his possession. Multi-time champ now. Sabin gets a rematch tonight, and he wants Velvet out of it because it was Velvet who, like it or not, did kind of cost Sabin the match. So we'll see if Velvet does defy her lover's, call to not come out. So we'll see what happens with that tonight. But I think Aries, Velvet or not, I bet you Aries will return. And speaking of new champs, question number 1. What will happen with the celebration, the coronation of Magnus? Now, we didn't see Magnus on Impact last week besides his little vignettes about his road to being TNA champion that he sold out to Dixie. So, he indeed will have a celebration tonight. I bet you somebody will crash it. Not Hardy. I bet you, like, Sting may crash it. Someone's going to interrupt, like they interrupted Dixie last week from announcing the coronation announcement. So, see what happens with this and more tonight on Impact Wrestling at 9/8 Central on Spike TV. That is it for my Atak Sportz for today. I'll see you all later on tonight. I believe in my TNA Impact Wrestling review. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the sports news from Zach. Thank you all very much for watching. See you all later, everybody. Yeah.